Why you don't say something in Chinese for them? When you got the microphone there, you can say something in Chinese.
No, he asked me a question in English, so I answered in English.
You should have hit him on a curveball. Ask him a question in Chinese. Yeah, exactly.
So, sorry, because our MC, they left earlier, so I'm going to be like translate the media question.
First, my first question is, what's the feeling when you haven't got a coach and when after Yanku joins the team MIBR? What's the difference between them?
I think Yoko has been helping a lot in terms of adding a lot of discipline to the team. So when we were playing with teammates for so long and now playing with the Americans recently, you kind of get too friendly, and sometimes you should be asking for stuff and asking for more discipline, but you're just too friendly with them and sometimes it doesn't go your way. So when you have another person coming from outside and adding those parameters, like those things you have to follow and stuff like that, I think it helps adding a little bit more of professionalism to the team. And besides that, I think he has a very good mindset into the game. He can read our opponents pretty well, and he's still trying to find what's the best way to work with us, but it's been great so far.
Eric 作为MIBR 的最新的一个队员，他和他对这次夺冠有什么想法？
As a new member to the teams, what do you feel about got this championship?
I think it's really good for our confidence moving forward. I think that this was an important win for us, and we came into the event telling ourselves that anything but a win would be disappointing. And I think it's also important because the major is coming up, and also Stockholm. And Stockholm will be a big test for us because there's a lot of good teams there. So hopefully we can take this momentum and ride on with it.
然后你说一下菲尔他的耳朵伤势怎么样？因为之前他有说过他有。
I heard for.
So they're asking about your injury of the year.
For?
Yeah, this question is for.
About my injury, I went to the doctor on this vacation now, on this player break, and I got bad news, so I will have to do the surgery in the end of this year because it's getting worse. But we're gonna figure out this, and I need 30 days to rest, so we are thinking about it, but I will 100% sure do the surgery the end of this year.
就是他们队中有3个是巴西人，说葡语，然后2个说英语，2个是美国人说英语。那他们队内的交流以什么为主？是混合类型的，还是只是说英语
Okay. The question is three of you are from Brazil, speak Portuguese, and then the other 2 members speak English. So normally when you do the competitions or internal discussions, what kind of language you use?
You go for it? Yeah, I can go for it. We speak English. Yanko has made that a big rule now moving forward. They used to talk a little bit of Portuguese, but every team talk that we have and every conversation we have now is mainly English. And it also helps improve their English, so it's getting better for them as well. So I think it's not going to be a problem for us moving forward. I think we've mastered playing CS in English at this point.
I have a question for Tarek too. As I know, 3 of the Brazilian guys have opened their stream of Twitch. I think you push them to open it, or they just have enjoyed or have fun on it.
Sorry.
I saw you guys always playing pucks together.
Oh yeah.
Streaming, yeah.
Well, we're just trying to show our fans our new team and show everyone that we have a good time together, and also just let the fans see inside a bit more. So it's an inside scoop. And just to put out that content for everybody.
Yeah. This is the only answer I want to hear from you.
Can you content?
对。就是后面的，因为后面是 DreamHack 4个跟我们和 Major， 他们回去会做什么特殊的准备？
For the DreamHack Major, what kind of preparation or strategy you will have?
For the DreamHack Stockholm and the Major, the 2 total.
I think the preparation will pretty much be the same as we had for this tournament in ZOTAC, and that's why we say that this tournament was important, because this is how we're going to prepare for the other tournaments as well. A lot of practice days, sometimes we're going over strategies, trying to figure out new stuff we can do, and most of the time we're playing against different teams. Normally teams that plays not on the toppest level ever, but the teams we're trying to get there, so we can really use our stuff and don't let our real opponents know what we're going to do. So it's basically around 6 to 8 hours a day, and the important part of the practice is really putting the effort and not only play Counter-Strike for playing. I know a lot of teams would just keep playing, but they don't really practice, they don't really learn. So the main focus, and that's a point that Yanko has been pointing out a lot, we have to take a lot of every single practice we do and learn something from it.
I have one last question is, because after Tarek joined the MIBR, we all know we just made a new, like the national team again. So what did you think the difference between you and the FaZe?
Between us and FaZe?
Yes.
We're cooler. We either flush is close. Kidding. FaZe is a great team as well. They have a lot of talent. I think in game you can see a lot of difference on the play style we put in. FaZe regards a little bit more on the aim. Like you can see a lot of their game playing is based on taking the duels and winning them, and they do that pretty well. And ourselves, I think, a little bit more strategical than FaZe. But in terms of being international team, we only have Brazilians and Americans, so we can still say we're made in America or made in Brazil. And they have players from around the world. I think all of them have different nationalities, so it's pretty cool as well.
So, in your guys' mind, which team was your biggest enemy at this time?
Still has
Still
Biggest enemy.
Astralis, maybe?
At this tournament?
No,
Next one.
just at the scene.
Oh.
Maybe at that next major or Stockholm.
It's kind of hard to say. I'd say Astralis just because we just want to smash them, I guess.
Let's do it. I love the question. I love this answer.
Congratulations.
That's it. All good?
Any other questions from the media?
Go tell a lot.
We just want to smash something.
We were asking some question for our ZOTAC Cup Masters winning champion video. The first question is, so what is the most impressive things or like the things you remember the most during the whole competitions, the ZOTAC Cup Masters?
So when we go and travel for Asia in general, it's always a very different experience for us because the cultural differences are so big, like the way things happen in our country and US and here are so different. And it's always very cool to be in Asia because the fans are very passionate. Every time we go, you know there's going to be full. And when we saw the crowd today at the finals, it was insane. Like there couldn't sit anyone else here. It was pretty packed. Like, every seat was taken. And that's so cool because Counter-Strike is a game where the best place to be playing is at the stage in front of a full crowd. So that's one thing that impressed us a lot. And the other thing is the way they treat us. Like always coming for pictures. They always want signatures. When we can't stay for too long because we have other things to do or because we don't have time anymore, they always understand. So I think the Asian fans are awesome, and it was a big pleasure to play this tournament. And regarding the ZOTAC tournament itself, I think the structure was good. And as I said, Asia has to do more and more tournaments to get into the level of the other tournaments, but this was a very good tournament. The computers were good, they have practice areas, one or another mistake, but everything was done completely good for the players, and we enjoy being here.
Okay. Any questions?
This was just more of the PC that gets played on the official gaming system. So how did it feel to play on the official gaming system from ZOTAC Gaming, the Net One Gaming PC?
I think
the other systems.
I think the PCs were great. It's very close to the level we always play. We had a perfect structure. The monitors were good, and the computers were pretty good as well. I don't think anyone suffered too much during the matches. So we played on a high level here, and that's very important for us to be doing our best at tournaments.
Just one more question. So what did you expect coming into this tournament, and what about the result?
So coming for this tournament, we expected to start a new cycle for ourselves. As I said before, Yanko just joined us, and this is our first trophy to be lift with Tarek, and our expectations were higher. Like we really wanted to win this trophy, and people might say that this tournament wasn't too important, that maybe the best teams was not there and stuff like that, but every tournament counts. Nowadays, Counter-Strike is always impressive. Every team knows how to play this game, and if you just think you can come here without practice, just look at the group stage. A lot of good teams lost here, like Virtus Pro, Optic. Those guys are way better than what they showed today and on the last days on this tournament. So you really need preparation. And for us, this wasn't just another tournament. This was a very important tournament. We're starting a new cycle, and it starts here with the ZOTAC Cup.
Thank you. I think we've finished the questions, right? Any other questions? No? Okay. Thank you. Do you mind to, another photo with our trophy?
Good?
Can you all stand up and another photo with the trophy?
This guy is a machine.
MIBR, next level.